loving. But I would rather go blind, boy, than to see you walk away from me. So you see, I love you so much that I don't want to watch you leave me, baby. But most of all, I just don't want to be free. And I was just sitting here thinking of your kiss and your warm embrace, yeah. When the reflection in the glass that I held to my lips now, baby, reveal the scales out on my face now. And baby, I'm gonna be blind, boy, and I see you walk away from me, walk away. And baby, I'm gonna be blind, and I see you walk away from me now, from me now. Baby. And baby, thank you. He with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I heard it sang a good song. I heard it had a smile. And there I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, drumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I felt so flushed with fever, embarrassed embarrassed by the crowd. I felt it, found my letters and read each one out loud. I thought that he would finish, but he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
And we are just about getting ready for the actual award and recognition ceremony. First on the schedule will be a featured address, and then the award and recognition ceremony. So you were hearing the voice of Marie Pascal. So you get to enjoy some of the music while we await the awards.
Chez moi et ça c'est fantastique, quand j'ai prendre la bébé. Et là je suis crazy, de moi qui m'en fait. Je veux t'arrêter ma baby. Non joue là, et c'est comme ça de la bouse. Si tu marches, je vais lui faire tout. La porte est grande et ton alléluia. Non joue là, et c'est comme ça de la bouse. Si tu marches, je vais lui faire tout. La porte est grande et ton alléluia. Baby, j'ai les tarés, baby, 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 allez on a bordé, chérie, tout ce soir, qu'on fait dans la oh baby, baby, parlez, c'est moi c'est ça, chérie, les tarés, baby, 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 allez on a bordé, chérie, tout ce soir, qu'on fait dans oh baby, baby, parlez, chérie, que ce soir, qu'on fait c'est bon, non, non. Thank you, thank you. We love to sing. You can compound right here, so I know you know the gala. So making sure at least you move your shoulders. One paire de sens, one belle pour soleil. One paire de sous, one bouquet citrier. Émotion fait des couleurs, ma tête moi dans elle, moi désolé, tout ça m'arrive. J'ai dit oh baby, moi pour qu'elle m'en réponde, est-ce que c'est trop compliqué? La nouvelle des amours, y'ont petit caché, y'ont réconcilié, toute la gaille ok, l'amour va être encore. Pour te lever, pour sacrifier, toute la vie c'est comme ça l'amour. Moi fait des chèques, moi découragé, réveillé dans moi, fais-moi vérité, l'endormi m'a cherché, même j'y vais pas oh, où sont la bagage qui fait tout, dis-moi tête en bas. Moi je te prie, moi pour qu'elle m'en déposé, mais ouais oui à lutter. L'amour passe un coup, un, deux, y'ont été fâchés, nous réconcilier, so we have a choir in the house. I want to hear you sing. L'amour passe un coup, un, deux, pour en tolérer, pour en sacrifier, toute la gamine, l'amour va passer. Chérie, demandez pardon. I smile on the keys. Oh, oh, oh. I should know. On t'y parlait, on t'y causait, qui t'a réglé, moi son métier, on t'y pouvait qui t'est passé, on t'y parlait, on t'y causait, qui t'a réglé, moi son métier, c'est pour bien qui t'est passé, chérie, on dit non, va bien, nous faisons non, va bien, réfléchis, non, va bien, nous faisons non, va bien. Chérie, non, va bien, nous faisons non, va bien, réfléchis, non, va bien, nous faisons l'amour. On dit on s'est parlé, on s'est causé, qui t'a réglé, moi sans pitié, on s'est complète, on s'est passé, on s'est parlé, on s'est causé, qui t'a réglé, moi sans pitié, on s'est complète, on s'est passé, je crois que non, va bien, c'est mon nom, va bien, réconcilier, ne fais l'amour, non, va bien. Chérie, non, va bien, effectivement, non, va bien, réconcilier, non, va bien, le bel amour, let's go, I know. L'amour, ça fait beau, un, deux. Y'ont s'est fâché, nous réconcilier, Tout bagaille au fait, l'amour va faire tout pour en tolérer, pour en sacrifier. Tout bagaille vivre, c'est pour ça non. Like I said, we love some Zouk. And I know you're going to go back to your program soon, so we want to give you a little, something. C'est pas la même demande, même pour moi. Cherchez pas où qui peine, y'en est pour moi. T'es qu'est maillot, qui en a des tous les mois. Après, j'ai pas laissé longtemps. J'avais pas rempli l'âme, sans vous. Des mots pour consoler. Mais que So we're going to give you one for the road according to our MC, and then we're going to go back to your program. Changer de couleur, ça fait des ans qui j'aime, il y a des scènes, de d'observer les déchets, mais sans le temps va changer, de tout offrir les déchets, c'est qui va nous parler, les envies, ah, 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 si ouais, oh, oh, ah, c'est qui fait pas faire, pour changer mentalité, yo, mais moi danger, aïe, on veut pas qui dessiner les banquets, oh, ils sont permettre des gestes, les sons de ça va changer, ils sont permettre des gestes, et qui dit pas nous partenaires, les amis, dis ouais, oh, oh, les amis, oh, oh. Just you know, I want to sing this with me. So we want to say thank you for having us. We're happy you enjoyed. And indeed, and special. Thank you for having
us. Nice. Mary Pascal is the director of the Six Form Singers, and they're having their concert this weekend. So if you're around on the island still and you're looking for somewhere to go, a nice sit-down, classy choral event.
On Sunday we'll be in Boswell, actually.
Yeah, that's not possible people here. You from Boswell, Doc? Doc, you alone? You from Boswell? Okay. Alright, now we'll have it on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Portsmouth. So you can then go to that concert. Very lovely. I used to be part of the Sister Singers. So we're going to move along. We're going to have our feature address by Mr. Honorable Sir, Mr. Edwards. Put your hands together for Mr. Edwards, please. You can clap still, where's he coming?
Your Excellency, Mrs. Stephanie Burton and Mr. Burton, the many teachers, former teachers, alumni. It's really a pleasure to be in your company on this historic Grand Assembly of the St. Andrews High School alumni. You guys had the nerve to organize a banquet. You know, I've been to a few institutions, quite a few, and I've never had this kind of experience. Congratulations. I should also mention that we have another former principal in the person of Mrs. Shillenford, whom I need to recognize. Ladies and gents, we have a shared history and collective memories. We were all influenced in varied ways by that unique institutional fabric or social milieu of an organization that we loved, and one whose legacy we continue to cherish. St. Andrews left indelible marks on all of us, students, teachers, principals, and it's fair to say that each of you have a story, whatever that is. And I'll be very candid. I too have a story. I met my wife, Annie, at St. Andrews. The guys, by the way, she was not a student. And she's here tonight. You know, she was a young teenage teacher, and I take it, put it this way. She felt intimidated by these big guys, so I had to protect her. I will also admit that my experience at St. Andrews helped shape my interest in education, policy, and planning at the national level and regional level. So when I speak about education, I can't help but link it to development issues. It was sometime between 69 and 70 that I was personally first exposed to the idea of a secondary school in the Northeast. A man called J.K. Goff was having a conversation with us, small grammar school boys, who would later be appointed principal of DGS. The notion of a school in the Northeast was sparked by the high proportion of DGS students who hailed from the parish. Interestingly, PSS was not yet established. That came a few years later. In those days, you had to live with a relative in Roseau if you were lucky, take up lodging in a hostel, or live with someone who in many cases was a stranger. As you can well imagine, the experience was not always pleasant. But the biggest challenge was the inadequate capacity of the system for student enrollment. Very few secondary school places existed, and so students were failed. They were actually failed because the spaces in the secondary system were limited. It was not a matter of passing, it was a matter of selection based on an examination that was driven by the amount of available spaces in the secondary system. So many of your bigger brothers and sisters might have gone on to secondary school. So that is the kind of context that existed in the 60s and 70s, which persons continue to experience beyond that era. Let me share a little bit of history with you. Since my primary school days, I've known the Londonderry area as a focal point for the provision of services to people in the Northeast, particularly Wesley and Margaret. First, I knew it as a center, that's how it was called, an agricultural service output that supported crop and livestock farmers in that geographical zone. In the 1960s, most of that was transformed into the regional Londonderry Youth Camp, which was the only regional skills training initiative for youths within CARICOM. And so far, no other such initiative has been undertaken. Now, just before that, Youth Camp was established. Frobel Laville, the late Frobel Laville, had donated what is now the playing field to the people of Wesley Margaret for recreational use. But in 1979, a group of persons with associations in the Methodist Church were determined to transition the site to a co-ed secondary school with skills training as a component. My understanding is that these concerned citizens, these visionaries, had no children that would immediately benefit from the initiative to which they were so strongly committed. They had the support of then Prime Minister O.J. Serafin, who leased the property for 99 years. The goal was to establish an institution of learning that would allow boys and girls in the Northeast to access secondary education while they remained in the care and custody of their parents. Contrast that with the limited spaces that existed at the time. My interpretation of events is that the preparatory work for the school preceded Hurricane David, but that giant storm accelerated operations and forced St. Andrews to be founded as a full-blown institution because of the challenges in Roseau and Portsmouth. I mentioned Roseau and Portsmouth because those are the places that students actually went for secondary education. By then, PSS had been established. And so St. Andrews was founded under the proprietorship of the Methodist Church. The initial accommodation facilities were structures that had been inherited from the youth camp operations and the agricultural service outpost or center. That little building in the middle of the campus was actually something that had been inherited from the agricultural service operations. My memory is that the key buildings that had been earmarked for classrooms were facilities that were previously used as dorms under the youth camp operation. But those structures were actually destroyed by Hurricane David just after they had been painted and made and prepared for classrooms. So, throughout the history of the institution, salaries were paid by government through monthly grants, and government also contributed a small subvention to the school that was based on the number of students. Supervision of operations was actually exercised by the Ministry of Education. It is interesting to note that the government never invested in the improvement of the infrastructure. No road, no buildings. The Methodist Church literally stood alone. Over time, the Methodist Church was able to secure the support of American work teams, some of whom raised funds, while others made annual pilgrimages to assist with the development of the institution. A science laboratory was the first building to be constructed and equipped. And that tells you something about what the dreamers were thinking. So all those persons who went on to do bachelor's and master's and PhD in science, the dreamers had them in mind. The first building they actually invested in was a science block. Then the principal's residence was rehabilitated, and later an 8-classroom block was eventually developed with the support of Americans and members of the community. It's important to know that the development of the infrastructure was done by volunteers. People who took summers off, raised money, and came to do the work. And in few cases, they were supported by people from the community. That was limited because the thing is, in the economy that existed, people had to be going to their farms, so they didn't have too much time to support the work teams. Today we see the evidence that St. Andrews High School, the St. Andrews High School experiment was a resounding success. First, it increased the intellectual capital in the catchment area. By 1990, the joint capacity of St. Andrews High School and Marigot Foundation High School ensured that the catchment area was the first district in Dominica to achieve universal secondary education. That was an important high school, which is not well known throughout Dominica. What that means is that the majority of children who were born in the Northeast about 210 and after are likely to have had at least one parent who had a minimum of 3 years of secondary education. All because of St. Andrews. We can describe some of the outcomes as more effective childcare practices, higher success rates at secondary, more productive preschools, better results at primary level, improved transition rates to post-secondary and tertiary education, improved employment prospects, and an enhanced capacity to manage self-employment and lifelong learning. A multiplier effect. Because of St. Andrews, we see an alumni who are proprietors of business, educators, university professors, research scientists, engineers, doctors, financial experts, meteorologists, telecommunication experts, air traffic controllers, nurses, lawyers, coaches, sportsmen, calypsonians, law enforcement officers, the higher echelons of the police force, St. Andrews, from chief down to college. Prosecutors. One of these days I was down in Scottshead, and a St. Andrews student came up to me and he said, "Hey, I know you." And he said, "You know who is in charge of the police station? Eulogius. You remember that, Banquet?" Inspector Eulogius, he said. And yes, politicians. We produce, is Alex Bruno here? No. What's his name? Caressa. But we also produce the president, Madam President. Right? And who knows, one of these days St. Andrews may have a prime minister in office. And you need to remember that because of St. Andrews High School, there is now a more sustainable approach to secondary education in the area. These achievements were made possible by just a few persons who dreamt of a secondary school, established it, and supported its capacity to improve its service delivery. They did this for free. Hardly more than a glass of water was offered at board meeting. No refreshments. And I think one of the things in my time, I didn't want the board meetings to last too long. And if you ask me who was the most influential person, I will tell you his name was Belgrave Robbins. A simple, enlightened soul from Marigot who loved his community and wanted better for the people in the Northeast. But there were many other actors who made contributions. St. Andrews was not a perfect solution. For example, the most notable achievements in TVET, technical and vocational education, the most notable achievements in that area were limited to agricultural science. A reasonable explanation for that is that TVET education is an expensive undertaking where specialist rooms and equipment are concerned, and the supply of TVET teachers has never been adequate. So St. Andrews had its challenges, and I'm sure it was not sufficiently responsive to the peculiarities of some students. But in general, its young staff was highly motivated and driven by a sense of purpose. The Methodist Church remained committed. American work teams were very generous with their support, and the Ministry of Education was a helpful partner. The results of St. Andrews High School, of the St. Andrews High School experiment, demonstrates that a handful of persons who are community-minded can solve problems that seem intractable. It also exemplified the power of collaboration and how we can effect change when we are sensitive to the plight of persons who are disadvantaged. The results also illustrate that big dreams can be realized even in the midst of severe resource constraints. And they underscore the proposition that ordinary citizens can lead solutions to challenges in their community, even when government's presence is not too visible. There is also dispelled the notion that prophets are not honored in their own lands. For we had the support of the communities. And by the way, I'll give you another piece. It was St. Andrew's teachers about 1986-87 who introduced barbecue to the Northeast.
Wow.
You guys don't know that. The word barbecue was never part of our lingo before we started raising funds. In fact, the responses of the communities are, you guys are roasting chicken again tonight? But when we celebrate our impressive scorecard, we should not be oblivious to the persistent challenges in our communities that impact the lives of people and offer opportunities for other interventions. Of course, it will be too ambitious to expect improved access to secondary education to completely transform communities in one's lifetime. Nonetheless, the raison d'etre for our country's investment in education and training is to meet current and projected human resource needs, and of course, to improve the quality of life for beneficiaries. If that investment does not happen, that's the problem. If it happens, but it is accompanied by massive leakage of trained persons, that's another issue that can be addressed through appropriate policy mechanisms. And if the investment happens, but the environment does not enable optimal use of the skills and knowledge, then the intended impact of education and training become compromised. Today we see a long list of inconvenient issues that still plague our communities. You see the Londonderry River is stroked up. You see Cabana Beach is used as a dumping site. We see the growing incidence of unsolved crimes. We see a growing incidence of unemployment. We see the growth in the closure of small business. And if we're candid, we also see a growth in poverty. The St. Lucian Nobel laureate and world-class economist, Sir Arthur Lewis, famously stated that the fundamental cure for poverty is knowledge. Nelson Mandela, had a very interesting twist on the subject when he argued that poverty, the maintenance of deprivation in communities, is a man-made construct. Just like slavery and apartheid, he argued. The question for an adult conversation that I want to throw out to you is, how do we use our enlightenment, our awareness, the knowledge that we've acquired, or experiences, or specialist skills, and resourceful talent pool to advance development of our communities? How do we approach this in ways that emulate the work of persons who took the initiative to establish St. Andrew's High School? The B.O. Robinsons, the American benefactors, members of our communities, and the teachers, all of whom laid the foundation for what is now Northeast Comprehensive. I will leave that for your further contemplation. Meanwhile, I want to congratulate you on the successful implementation of an impressive program of community-oriented activities during the course of this week. Your noble undertakings reflect your interest in giving back to community, commitment to continued engagement, and your capacity to organize and effectively execute. Congratulations again. Now, alumni, I also know that many of you feel the legacy of your alma mater may be lost or forgotten. Some have said to me that NEC, the Northeastern Comprehensive, should be named St. Andrews, and that argument has its merits. But in the meantime, I'm inclined to contend that your alumni is a resource that can establish its own niche, sustain its relevance, and remain a household name in the Northeast and beyond. And your activities for this week showcase your potential. You may want to consider registering your alumni in Dominica as an NGO. I know that has its challenge or challenges, but I encourage you to try. You can partner with Northeast Comprehensive to improve pedagogy in troubling areas like mathematics, language, the languages. You can also offer technical assistance and in-service training for teachers. You can organize and partner with other interest groups to stage summer camps for students in literacy, in STEM, in numeracy, among others. You can also provide sessions on career guidance and assist with identification scholarship opportunities. In the health sector, some of you may wish to partner with local doctors, support health service delivery through telemedicine. You may even collaborate as individuals to offer health services to communities in specialist areas that are underrepresented. You know that we are overwhelmed with cancer and diabetes, and every other day you hear stories about somebody having lost a few toes, right? You can lead or support advocacy on community issues. You can connect community members with relevant resources and opportunities. You can promote culture in your community. On the matter of job creation, you can consider investing in small businesses, whether these are accommodation, or cosmetology, manufacturing, agriculture, horticulture, livestock, essential oils, among others. I'll tell you, one of the failings of my generation is that we became too reliant on government. We were not sufficiently innovative in the business sector. Too many of us were too tunnel visioned where careers and occupations were concerned. We just might have built a better country if some of the energies of youth were invested in innovations that advance productivity and create jobs. The result? Today, we process bananas, we process cassava, we process limes, we process dashi the same way our grandparents and great-grandparents did. No innovative practices that add value. Similarly, we construct roads using the same hairpin paths that hunters identified long before my grandfather was born. I won't be much longer because I know you want to dance, but I would just want to say there are many opportunities for interventions, whether you live here or elsewhere. And as the founding fathers of St. Andrews demonstrated, you can't create a choir without a crowd, and you can't realize change without huge financial resources. Again, I want to congratulate you on your illustrious achievements and wish you the very best on the rest of your professional journey. Manage it with responsibility and integrity, and never hesitate to strengthen your competencies with cross-sectorial training as you enhance your preparedness for turbulence and uncertainties in both the labor market and the marketplace. Safe travels for those of you who came from afar. For those of you who live here, still a beautiful country. Thank you. God bless you.
Mr. Edwards. Wow. Mr. Edwards, yeah, you're not getting great. I want them in and not doing that. All right. We will move on to the awards and recognition, and then we will have the thank you after. So Catherine, stand by. And then we will go on into our dancing. Okay? So I would like to welcome my co-host for the awards and recognition, Miss Audrey. Put your hand together for Audrey, please. And please. Tonight, we are here not only to recognize achievement, but to honor a truly exceptional individual whose unwavering commitment and selfless contributions have made a lasting impact on our school. The Distinguished Service Award is one of the highest honors we bestow, and it is served for those who go above and beyond, not for recognition, but because they care deeply about others and believe in making a difference. This year's recipient embodies those values in every way, whether through tireless secretarial work, mentorship at school, or simply being a reliable and compassionate presence. To some of us, she was the mom away from home. She has touched the lives of students, staff, and families alike. Her actions remind us that service is not about grand gestures, but about consistent kindness, quiet strength, and a willingness to step up when it matters most. She has shown us what it means to lead with heart and to serve with humility. For 24 years, at the St. Andrews High School. So it is with immense pride and gratitude that we present the Distinguished Service Award to Mrs. Leoma Gray. And her daughter will pick up on her behalf. Thank you for the extraordinary service, your inspiring example, and your lasting legacy. You have made our school a better place, and we are all better for having known you. Congratulations.
Tonight, we come together not only to celebrate milestones and achievements, but to honor the enduring dedication of someone who has given us so much of themselves to our school community over the years. She has stood the test of times, has grown with us, shaped us, and contributed to our success in several ways. Her journey is a testament to perseverance, professionalism, and passion. The Long Service Award is a tribute to commitment, perseverance, and the quiet strength of consistency. It recognizes those who have stood the test of times, not just in years, but to impact. These are the individuals who have shaped generations, inspired countless students, and helped build the very foundation of our school's culture and value. She has been a pillar of our school for a number of years. Through changing times, evolving classrooms, and new faces, she remains a constant source of wisdom, support, and inspiration. Whether in the classroom, on the field, in the staff room, or behind the scenes, her presence has always been felt and always for the better. Her legacy is not just on the lessons taught, but on the lives touched. And today, we pause to say thank you. Please join me in recognizing and celebrating the remarkable service of Mistress Valmore, Carol Valmore. Your dedication has left us an indelible mark on our school. We are grateful for your years of service, and we honor the difference you've made in the lives of so many. Congratulations.
Tonight, we recognize a truly remarkable individual who has not only led with wisdom and compassion, but has also shaped the lives of countless students, teachers, and families over the years. The longest serving principal award is more than a recognition of time. It is a tribute to the impact of a lifetime devoted to learning, growth, and community. Through changing times, evolving curriculums, and generations of students, she remained a steady, guiding presence. Her leadership has been marked by integrity, vision, and a deep belief in the power of education to transform lives. She has celebrated triumphs, weathered challenges, and always stood as a pillar of strength and inspiration. Her legacy is not just in the walls of the St. Andrews High School, but in the hearts of those she touched. So it is with immense gratitude and admiration that we present the longest serving principal award to Miss Gloria Shillington. A true educator, a beloved leader, and a cornerstone of our community. Congratulations. And it was many years ago, I stood in my graduation and I said, thanks for the times that you've given me. The memories are all in my mind. I'll go straight to the chorus. You once, twice, 3 times a lady, and I love you. Yes, you once, twice, 3 times a lady, and I love you. I love you.
Just want to say, I love you.
Thank you. Love you too.
Tonight, we are here to honor someone whose leadership has not only guided our school through challenges and change, but has also inspired innovation, empowered others, and created a culture where excellence is not just expected, it's mature. The Leadership and Innovation Award is a tribute to someone who led with purpose and thought beyond the present. It recognizes an individual who doesn't just manage, but inspire, who doesn't just follow trends, but set them, and who didn't just talk about change, but made it happen. Under his leadership, we saw new programs take root, student voices amplified, and a renewed sense of community and purpose. Whether it's integrating technology in meaningful ways, championing equity and inclusion, or simply being a steady, compassionate presence in the halls, he led with both heart and vision. His innovative mindset not only elevated our school's standard, but also empowered teachers, inspired students, and strengthened our entire school community. So today, with deep respect and gratitude, we present the Leadership and Innovation Award to our past principal, Mr. David Edwards. Thank you for being your bold leadership, your unwavering commitment, and your belief in what's possible. You've not only led us, but you've also inspired us. Congratulations.
Yes, Lord. In the tapestry of our community's history, few threads shine as brightly as the foresight and faith of the Methodist Church in founding the St. Andrew's High School in 1979. We began as a bold vision, then blossomed into a beacon of learning, leadership, and transformation, turning dreams into reality for generations. The Methodist Church, guided by its enduring community to serve, education, and spiritual growth, recognized early on that the foundation of a strong society lies in the empowerment of its youth. With unwavering dedication, the church laid the cornerstone of a school that would not only educate minds, but also shape character and inspire purpose within our community, both far and wide, far and near. By founding the St. Andrew's High School, it sowed seeds of hope and opportunity. It nurtured leaders, thinkers, and change makers, individuals who carry forward the values of integrity, compassion, and excellence. The classrooms, laboratory, computer rooms, built by youth became launch pads for dreams. And the lessons taught within them continue to echo in boardrooms, communities, and hearts around the world. Tonight we honor the Methodist Church for foresight in establishing the school, not only for founding the first high school in the Northeast, but for building futures, for seeing potential where others saw obstacles, for believing in the power of education and to uplift, unite, and transform, and for leading with a vision that continues to illuminate our path. May this legacy of leadership and love continue to inspire us all. It is with heartfelt gratitude and great honor that we recognize this award to Reverend Dr. Keith Lewis, Superintendent of the Methodist Church, on behalf of the Methodist Church.
Reverend Johnny Gums is still alive. He's a centenarian. St. Andrew's High School is still alive. Amen. So every month, someone calls my office. They want a transcript. They want a certificate. So I've had to vacate my official office because it is filled with documents from St. Andrew's High School. There is a room that I wish to clean out, but it has every trophy, all the trophies from St. Andrew's High School. So in case someone wants to do something good, we could do something with what is in the archive and make it alive. The school has not gone anywhere. It is alive in every person who is here tonight. Your sister school, Wesley High School, will be celebrating 100 years next year. So this year is its 99th year of existence. We have not finished the story. The story is still our story. The Methodist Church continues to do the saving business for which God has raised us up, to transform the nation by spreading scriptural holiness. And so you are a product. I am a product. I was at St. Andrew's High as a teacher, but now I receive this as a superintendent minister. To God be the glory.
Thank you very much, Dr. Reverend Keith Lewis.
Thank you, Reverend. Tonight, we gather to present the Lifetime Achievement Award, a recognition reserved for someone whose dedication, passion, and impact have spanned decades. This award is not simply about the number of years he served. It is about the lives that were touched, the minds that were inspired, and the hearts forever changed. Our honoree has exemplified excellence in every sense of the word. He was part of the St. Andrew's High School from inception and went through decades of tireless work, unwavering commitment, and a spirit that never settled for less than extraordinary. He has shaped the teaching field and touched countless lives along the way. He has been a guiding light to our school community for 27 years. He did not only teach history, he taught values in addition to curiosity, compassion, and courage, and his influence extended far beyond the St. Andrew's High School walls. He didn't only prepare students for exams, he prepared us for life. So without further ado, it is my deepest honor and respect to present the Lifetime Achievement Award to Mr. Allington. And your extraordinary heart. You have shaped this future in ways that words can never fully capture. This award is just not a small token of the immense gratitude we all feel right now. Congratulations. Thank you.
You want to say something, Smiley? Good evening. I'm president of the St. Andrews High School alumni. I'm David Edwards, a former principal, and Laura Schmidt, a former principal, and many of our past teachers. My good friend there, Colin Robinson, Tyra. It's a wonderful occasion, but I think I did everything and I said everything that I wanted to have done many, many years ago. So when I touched you or when I pinched you, note on your test paper or your papers, it was to encourage you. Some people, when I gave them a smack, it was to get a test. It's wonderful that you have learned and have learned well. Because you have undertaken a dramatic and dynamic piece of work to organize this thing, manage it properly, and bring it to fruition. So you can be But I think we can put the school a little more lively and really make it exist. If you're serious about it, I can give you a plan right now. At the time when the vision was rejecting me as a counselor, a young doctor called me from Moses and said, Mr. Gwynedd, I want an idea so I could develop for my country because I've done so much work for the global institution in St. Lucia, in Martinique, in Guadeloupe, in Guyana, in Suriname, and in the United States. So can you give me an idea? I said, well, what about those nice people you have in town, those big names? Oh, those people are not living. So I gave out a little idea to set up a university school of agriculture. And what's happened is that she said, okay, give me an intent note. So I gave an intent note. Then she said they accepted it at global level, so give me a concept note. So I gave her a concept note and it was hooray. So it is available and we can set up a university school of agriculture, probably bigger than Ross University. One individual has offered 1 acre, 5 acres, 13 acres, 23 acres within the Concord area for putting up the university. And one individual has offered 150 acres in the neighboring village. And it's left to us, and I figure we can set it up. We have 1,300 students in this alumni. That's equivalent paying $200 a month. What will happen is that we'll raise at least $5 million. We can set up a commercial bank. It will be called Robinson and Alumni Commercial Bank. And then we'll have the market where they can put $65 million into that bank. We put all of them in the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. And we'll convert it to $1.4 billion. So we will have enough resources to move it through what we call those wallets, or through debit cards, or through credit cards, and throughout the system. And we can finance every single one of you in the diaspora. And everything will come right out of the So when we set up the University School of Agriculture, there were 3 major units to it. A medical unit that was doing alternative medical care and treatment of nurses and doctors. A construction unit that will deal with construction equipment that will avert all the hurricanes and finally, we'll be able to set up 50 manufacturing industries. So that everything that is done in the university will relate right back to the land, and we can employ all 4 people
all of our people, all the young people, and build a very strong future, brilliant future for all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bennett. Keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping. Thank you. We have one. We have the last award for the sports day yesterday. You only know where I'm going already. Smith, you have to say something now? Just make it short. Make it short.
So with a heavy heart, we give the results. In fourth place, we have Bobs with 53 points.
53 points.
In third place, we have Stevens with 62 points. And in first place,
I have a second place.
well, if I say second, you will see the
You want the point.
So in first place, let's get a drum roll. In first place, we have Pascal House with 49 points. So the members of Pascal House, Noah, and the others will come to the trophy. Oh, the web is also there because the web is saying he has been aggravating me all night. So Pascal's house turned out in large numbers and they actually controlled the one. Two of the three events contested, including some of the major events. So congratulations to Pascal House for winning the trophy.
Thank you to the chairman. They didn't want to let go of the trophy, but thank you to the chairman. That's why you can come. You were there yesterday? Come. Come and receive this. Come. I'm just in the bloodline. But you've been there. Come on the stage. I just wanted the chairman to let it go. Where you? That's it. Yeah, take that picture now. That is Pascal. Oh, let me tell you where he was.
I have evidence. It was rigged. I have evidence. It was rigged.
And Charles, the second place with 70 points.
Hello. All right. Thank you very much. Pascalites! Let's put that down. Okay. So we're going to call Catherine to do our vote of thanks, and then we will have Mary Pascal give us a little music whilst we set up the dance floor to move over to the dance floor. Cool? Put your hands together for Catherine, please. She's been working very hard.
Good evening, everyone. Everyone looks so splendid, so beautiful, and it pleases my heart to see that you are all here. I know it's been a long night and we're waiting to shoot the bed, so I'll get right on with it. Good evening, distinguished guests, colleagues, friends, and St. Andrews High School alumni. It is with immense gratitude and heartfelt appreciation that I stand before you tonight. On behalf of the executive team, I want to extend a sincere thank you to each and every one of you for being here and for making this event truly special. Your presence means more than words can express. Whether you traveled from near or far, took time out of your busy schedules, or contributed in ways both big and small, please know that your support has not gone unnoticed. I wish to extend a heartfelt thank you to Her Excellency Sylvie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, for gracing us with their presence. To our honorees and speakers, your words and accomplishments have left a lasting impact on us all. To all the educators who are here to celebrate this moment with us, it shows that your belief in the mission of the St. Andrews High School continues to inspire to reach higher and better. To our sponsors and partners, thank you for your unwavering support and generosity. To the Banquet and Award Organizing Committee and volunteers, your dedication behind the scenes made this evening seamless and memorable. Last but definitely not least, a special recognition to the executive team who spearheaded these events in the name of Mr. Wilworth Reedy Roy, our chairman, that is, and Denise James, treasurer and Banquet, Vanessa Davis, health and wellness. Vanessa could not make it for, work reasons. Yours truly, Catherine Irish, PRO. Everton Banker Robin, data and collection. Ms. Audrey George, Banquet and Award. Ms. Zarina Irish, Church Service and Missionary. Mrs. Nicola Charles, Student Outreach. Smith Telmack, Sports Aid. And Mrs. Corinthia Cissy James Thompson for organizing the beach social. Cissy could not make it as well, but she did some work behind the scenes. To all the past students and educators who came out in large numbers from far and near to represent the St. Andrews High School within the communities, we thank you. As we look ahead, let us carry forward the spirit of tonight, the spirit of the St. Andrews High School, one showing all striving, all achieving, with unity, purpose, and gratitude. Together, we can continue to make a difference. Thank you once again for being here. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Let's please stand so that the president can take the lead. You can have your seats. We want to have big up our sponsors and persons that we want to highlight. The Honorable Anthony Charles, Shop EM, generation of electronic and physical tickets for Banquet, Fresh Market Policy, St. Andrew's Medical Foundation, Jenna Robinson, Happy Car Rentals, HH3 Research, Dominica Exports and Import Agency, Dexia, Dr. Dylan Dublin, Dublin's Dental Clinic, Dragon Windows, DCP, Successors Limited, Springfield Trading, SMAT, GBH, Wines and Spirits, Harris Paints Dominica, Joseph P. Gabriel and Company Limited, Countrystar Bakery, Benjo's Simmers, Royal Flush, Cardiff Village Council, Intercontinental Cabaret Resort and Spa, and the many persons and past students who donated, sponsored, and gave their time, the sponsors, contributors, donors, and well-wishers. We say a big thanks. Without you, this would not be possible. Thank you for everyone who lent their hand and voices in this St. Andrew's reunion. We appreciate you. We thank you. It's all love from all of us. Without our love and support, it would not happen. So if you didn't hear me mention, you're part of it. It's all love. All right? So we're going to have some fun. We call it Marie Pascal and Ashval. They can start the music whilst we set up over there. Can they do that?
This was the grand reunion of the St. Andrews High School. With this, we say goodbye everyone and thanks for viewing. The St. Andrews High School was located in Londonderry, as you would have heard before. With this, we say goodbye.